Hey guys, what's going on? Dace here, and guess what? Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avengers IX on Nintendo Switch is what we are going to be kicking back with today while I just chat and we just go over things. I am loving her, that is for sure. Oh, so good, the outfit. Oh. So anyway, I want to just show a few things at first. Like, this is the, instead of having like a synth menu, you have that customized where you can just like essentially buy things just with the credits alone. You don't like get resources or anything or synthesize. You literally just buy the products. So yeah, it's pretty basic compared to what the Gunvolt game, like Azure Striker Gunvolt games had going on. But yeah, so anyway, we're playing as Copen, as you can see, and we right off the bat are just right into the action. And it's just fantastic. I love this game so much. Just like all the others, they're all so kick-ass. And just like all the other ones, this is going to be just a like mad dash through all the levels and the bosses, just to showcase that kind of stuff. We're skipping everything in terms of, well, as much of the chit-chat as we can, and all the scenes and all that kind of stuff. So you know what to expect. But yeah, man, like just the action in these games is just so good. And the music, oh man. Yeah, I trust everyone's having a great day. Oh man, it's so fantastic. Yeah, now that I've got Azure Strikers 1 and 2 finished, and this one now. In one of the other episodes I mentioned Mighty Gunvolt, which I have yet to sample. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that like right now or if I'm going to wait a little while, but yeah, it's kind of neat just having such a concentrated burst of Gunvolt games and then just coming out of it, wrapping things up and being like, wow, what do we want to do next? Like, there's so much excitement thinking about the possibilities. Like, yeah, I've got some games that I could definitely start, which are nice and short projects. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, that was a quick boss. He didn't really do too much. Copen, on the other hand, did a boatload of damage. You might hear me swigging from the old water bottle. Oh man, this boss. With his nasty blade and his lightning strike attacks and all this stuff. Not that he's even a challenge because he's toast already, like what the hell? But he does well, I won't say whether it's a he or a she, but this character does get pretty fierce later on. And I thought I would just show like one time of like the score screen and all that kind of stuff, but I'll hack that out. So anyway, yeah, this game definitely felt a little on the lighter side. I can just say that right off the bat because like, they didn't have challenges of any sort to polish off. Like, they do have 6 secret missions. Like, it's essentially like when you beat the game, then you unlock 6 bonus levels or whatever, which I haven't checked them out yet, and I haven't even looked at what they are online or anything, but I'm assuming they're just kind of like a mix and match of the current levels that are in the game. I think there's also a boss rush or something like that, but so yeah, it definitely felt on the light side because like you just don't have oodles and oodles of challenges like the other games did. So that was like one thing I noticed right off the bat. Like like we have no synthesizing. It's kind of just like a streamlined like, oh, purchase this when you have enough, and then yeah, no challenges. So yeah, it felt, and of course we only have one playable character too. So like that's something else to note. So in a sense, like it is a really kick-ass game, but it's also just very, I wouldn't say streamlined, but yeah, I think the best way is just already saying what I've said. It's light. It's a quick and easy game to get through, but at the same time, like, it's got a lot to offer in terms of visuals, like effects and all that kind of stuff. Music, sound effects, just the action alone, like the boss fights, boss design, like all this kind of stuff is just right up there with the other ones for sure. So I still like it quite a bit. And anytime you see me hitting the save states, or the checkpoints, I'm not meaning to. Oh man, I love the purples of that enemy. So good. Man, those, oh, I remember like doing this part and it was just like, man, just die already. They're not difficult to deal with, but they're just, yeah, for whatever reason they have a high defense. Like, it takes, if they're not targeted anyway, but I suppose everything does last longer if they're not tagged at all. I'll set that over here. But yeah, just like the other ones, we have a unique blend of level ideas too. We'll get more into it. I'm thinking I'll do this game in 3 episodes, just about like 20 minutes each or whatever, just to keep things on the shorter side. But yeah, so like unique bosses and like their attacks and just the way they're set up and all this. Like this guy, like, that's so cool, just slamming down with a huge ass blade, and then he's got like a spiked sphere. Not that this level per se is like one of the really interesting ones, but it is what it is. It's all part of the spear. And he's also a very, very simple boss. Like, he doesn't do much more than this, to be honest. And I figured I would just like showcase some of the enemy weapons. Because why not? That one looks so gorgeous, the colors and everything. Crimson Death Thread. Man, yikes. There is a way to dodge that. I think I either do it when we fight him again later, or I just did it on my own time at one point. I don't recall exactly, but he's got a variety of attacks, that's for sure. And that's one of the other attacks. The Shard of Wisdom. Cool, and we are jumping right into the next level. So I might not be like super chatty this time, because like there really isn't as much wow factor with this one as there was with the other ones, because like for the other ones, those were my first Gunvolt games that I've played like seriously anyway. So in that sense, they offer so much more than this one seems to. And so yeah, just in that sense, when I came to this one, I was like, okay, yeah, I know what to do, and I see that it's like, it's not offering as much, but it's still fun. So it's not like you're gonna hear me being like, oh man, this was like so good. because it's kind of just, yeah, like we see some of the same enemies from some of the other games. Those electricity sphere like structures, those are new enemies. They're pretty sweet. This boss is pretty sweet too, actually. Just look at the blast that thing's got going on. It's so crazy. But yeah, he drops quick. And then we use our like special skill, Twin Shredder. I like finishing off bosses with this, or at least doing a decent chunk. Yikes. And we just keep it moving. Oh, I love just being able to dash. Just so far. I already got what was up there, so I didn't bother going up there again. There's just no reason. So for whatever reason, the gravity is like different in this section. Like you can just jump higher. Man, it's just so much fun. It's just nice even watching this play out. But yeah, once you get into a rhythm, it just, yeah, it feels really cool just ripping through the levels. Not that I'm even doing it like proficiently to a T or anything like that, but you can still just get into a mode where you're just going crazy, or you're just keeping a certain pace, and it just feels really, really smooth. That's for sure. We'll just skip this part because all we're doing is going up an elevator, blah, 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 blah. Oh. This is a unique boss. But also very easy, just like all the other ones. But if you get caught in that, you're kind of just screwed for a bit. So we bust out the big guns. Somehow that barely did anything to her. I'm not sure why for this situation. Sometimes it's obvious, like a boss will start phasing out just as you press it, so sometimes they don't actually take that hit at all, which is a bit of a rip-off, but whatevs. So making sure you're timing things properly so that you know the boss is going to take it. This is a cool phase too. Just like these massive blocks that form. And then these huge razor blades, like what? And then it's just back to like the normal stuff. And there is this attack too, so you don't want to get caught in that. I don't remember what it does. I think I've only been stuck in that twice, but it's probably not pretty. And more talking that we will skip. And I like the art of the loading screens too. So this is a neat place. I love the lighting in the background, and then you go into these sections that are like shadowy with pipes and all this stuff. It's just really cool. And then we got these explosives here, which are just a brilliant, pure display with sparkles after the fact. It's just really neat stuff. They have a wide variety of visuals in these games. It's just crazy. One thing I really like is, yeah, I'll point it out when we see it. Yeah, I think I'll just... It's when, like, some of the bosses die. I'm not sure if it's all the time right from the start of the game or if it's just, like, the end ones, but when you kill them off, they vanish in such a way that's just really fascinating. How's quick and ease? Man, I'm always just so drawn to like enemies that just have like big ass chainsaws on one arm and like guns or whatever, just blowing fire. Now, interestingly enough, in this game, one thing they are also lacking is an alternate ending or like a true secret ending. From what I've researched anyway, it's just one straight ending and nothing else. And there are like those gold square-shaped medals that you can find, and as far as I know, even if you collect all of those, it doesn't unlock anything in the way of alternate endings. So I got most of them, I think, but at the same time I was like, yeah, I really don't care to go after the rest. I'm fine to just kind of wrap things up and then move on to something else. Which is great because, yeah, like I'm really stoked that I did decide to play these to tide me over until Mega Man Zero Collection shows up, because yeah, otherwise these might just be sitting around. But this way I've beaten a few extra games I didn't necessarily think I was going to be doing as early as I did now, so that's cool. Oh, this guy with the claws. Oh man, so cool. Such great color combos. Man, with the shield that he's got on and the explosions too. I just love this kind of stuff. It's amazing to think about the boss room backgrounds in like original Nintendo Mega Man games, and then just compare that to the stuff that we got going on here. It's just worlds apart. Oh my god, it's so fascinating. And then his ultimate. Man, it just rips along the bottom, back and forth. This might have been one of the moments where it's like, oh, is he actually going to take the damage or not? Because he's got that shield on. But I think he takes it, yeah. Thankful for that. Anyway, you guys, that is going to bring this episode to a close. And definitely let me know what you think down below. Thanks so much for being here. And we will see you next time. Take care.